Good evening.
Good evening.
And welcome to the 2013 IHSA State Group Interpretation Contest. At this time, I'm going to ask that you please turn off your cell phone or anything else that makes noise so we do not distract this performance. Once this performance has begun, I'll ask that you remain seated until its conclusion. At that time, I'll ask the judges to depart, and then I'll ask you to follow them in a quick but safe manner so that this performance can strike and our next performance can set up. The next performance this evening, performing Zora Neale Hurston's Their Eyes Were Watching God, Thornton Township High School.
Born kind of knowing things. Jamie! Like how the trees and the wind
talk.
Jamie! I learned a long time ago to listen to what they have to say. Jamie! They say, my nanny would always say,
Baby, there are two things everybody has to find out for themselves. They gotta find out about
love,
and they have to find out about
Living.
Now love is like the sea.
It's a moving thing.
and it's different on every shore.
Jamie, what you doing, child?
I'm watching God.
Well, you better stop watching God and start watching them greens I got cooking on the stove. Oh, you gonna meet God in person?
Yes, Nanny.
I just don't know why you like spending so much time on here like a lab child.
Just look at it, Nanny.
Got some trees and grass. I've been seeing trees for 84 years, Missy.
No, Nanny. Really look. Close your eyes and see.
I see.
Their eyes were watching
God.
by Zora Neale Hurston.
Well, I might have to come out here tonight and look more often.
Nanny, do you ever think my papa thinks about me?
All the time.
She lied.
You think my mama's gonna come back for me one day?
One day, baby.
She lied again.
What did my mama look like?
You. Beautiful.
The truth.
You see, Janie was the product of
Forbidden love? I guess you could call it.
Her mother, Leafy, was raped.
By a white school teacher at the age of 17.
after asking for Leafy's hand in marriage.
Janie's father was run off by bloodhounds.
Not for rape, but for loving a colored girl.
Unable to deal with reality, Leafy took to drinking and disappeared.
You know what I see when I look at you.
No.
I see a beautiful girl.
Janie's undeniable beauty had become an ugly thing that had left her unaccepted by whites and blacks alike.
You are a beautiful girl who is searching. Your life
It's a great tree, blossoming with the things suffered.
And enjoyed.
Things done and undone.
I found her.
Janie!
Morning.
You get one guess what she was.
In the woods.
I hear that a young, handsome boy, Johnny Taylor, have been asking about you.
He has?
Looks like he comes up with any excuse to mention your name.
One day I said, I smell the rain coming. Then he said,
Speaking of rain, anybody seen Janie today?
say it ain't so. Stop meddling.
Speaking of Madeline, anybody seen Janie today?
James, you're a woman now, so you're going to get married right away. I've already arranged it with Logan Killer.
Logan Killers.
No, Nanny, I'm not a woman. I'm only 16.
Janie's horizon and crushed it.
Into a little bit of thing.
Tell her don't do it, Miss Mary.
Not Jamie.
I don't
know
want no
it's
trashy man using your body to wipe his feet on my precious baby. You ain't gonna be no man's spit cup.
Like they made out of her and her mama.
Nanny, please don't. Brother Killix is older than you. And he looks like some old skull head in the graveyard. And I'm not marrying that old man just because of what happened to you and Mama.
Look at me, James. Don't you sit there with your head hung down. Look at your old grandma. I'm doing this for you.
How do you do?
Brother Killix has been asking about you for some time now.
Logan Killix was an old man.
Logan Killix was an old and ugly man.
I got 60 acres, and now I need a wife to help maintain.
She stood there, silently.
I'm sorry, baby. His protection, I want you to have. He's a good and decent man. I asked the Lord to spare me until I see that you are taking care of him. Marry me, Brother Killix. Would you do that for your grandma?
Oh, Janie.
Always make sure his dinner's hot. And baby, make sure the boys swept clean in the morning. And try to be welcome to him.
Now, dry your eyes.
You take care of yourself, you hear?
You ready, Miss Janie? Ready?
Janie felt as if she had lost a part of herself. She hung into the gate all day, staring into the horizon,
Looking for
something
Day in and day out. You thinking about your grandma, Janie? God rest her soul. Can I get you anything, Janie?
she just stared.
I was thinking, maybe we could go into town and, you just spoiled. You know that, Janie? You're spoiled.
But even good, decent men want to be loved in return.
I'm headed into town to get us a new plow. Don't spend all day daydreaming. It's time you start pulling your weight around here, you hip.
that porch needs clean.
The ground needs to be tilled.
Peel the potato.
And slaughter that hog.
I want pork chops for dinner.
Hey, pretty girl.
Hey there yourself.
What's a pretty girl like you doing working in a place like this?
Well, I'm not a girl in no kind of way.
Is that so? Your mom and papa know you out here talking to strangers?
They did. And I don't care what my husband thinks either.
Husband?
Yeah, he went into town to get us a plow so that I can work in the fields.
Baby, you ain't got no more business behind a plow. In a hall back with the holiday. My name's Joe. Joe Star. I'm from Georgia. I'm heading down the road a ways. Some colored folks then got together and started their own town.
They call it Edenville.
And I'm planning to get there while the town's still a baby.
An all-color town. Well, that sounds like a tall tale to me, mister.
Well, maybe you need to come see with me. yourself.
Well, I can't. So, I guess you better get going.
Well, I'll be headed right down that road. And I'll be waiting on you.
Mr. Starks,
Trina, who was that man?
just some man passing through town, Logan. Logan, what would you do if I was to leave you?
Leave me. You ain't but 16 years old. You don't know nothing about the world. You ain't got nothing or nobody. Janie, I got 60 acres. And I ain't no young man in no kind of way. And I pass, everything I got passes to you.
Joe Starks has spoken about change and chance.
Joe!
Janie and Joe quickly got married, and it wasn't long before they arrived in Edenville.
Excuse me. Can y'all folks tell me how far we are away from Edenville?
Why you in Edenville now? Hey,
This is Edenville.
yep. First off, Black City. How about you and your daughter come on down? I'll show you the rest of the town.
Daughter. I ain't nowhere near old enough to have no daughter. This is my wife, Mrs. Janie Stark.
Joe, look, this ain't nothing but a raw place in the woods. That man up there's taking a bath outside.
Not after I get finished with it.
Man, I want me a wife.
Just like that.
Man, you ain't got nothing to your name but a fish sandwich. You can't get a lady like that with a fish sandwich.
You should have seen my Joe. Everybody in town worked all day and night.
In less than a week, Edenville became an officially incorporated town with our own post office, general store,
21 houses,
and a mayor.
I plan to put my hands to the plow. Our town of Edenville will be the metropolis of the state.
Right.
And as a surprise, here is our official incorporation. Edenville is now the first official all-color town in America.
Yes! All right, calm down. I have a few words of encouragement by Mrs. Janie Starks.
Thank you for your compliments, folks. But Mrs. Janie Stark don't know nothing about no speech making. I sure didn't marry her for nothing like that. Now, as we light our first street, let this light shine into all the hearts that are here tonight. Let it shine. Let the light shine, oh, let it shine.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Every morning, she flung open the window to another day. Days seemed to just run together. Janie and Joe had a routine now. Breakfast at dawn, lunch at noon, and dinner by 6.
My first few years of marriage to Joe flew by. I was finally starting to understand love. But as each year passed, Joe
Changed. She had an inside and an outside now. and she knew how not to mix them. Eatonville had plenty to be proud of.
And while Janie was living a good life,
It was Joe's life.
not mine.
20 long years passed.
Janie, stop that daydreaming. You got work to do. Here, put this on.
A scarf? Wrap my head up like an old woman. How come, Joe?
Because I told you to.
You okay?
I'm fine. Don't stand there looking at me with your pop eyes in your behind. You can't even cook good.
Well, quit mixing my doings with my looks then, Joe.
You must be out of your mind talking to me like
Well,
that.
you're the one who started it, talking underneath my clothes.
Don't get all insulted by your looks. You didn't give me no children, and now you're nearly 40. Ain't nobody looking at you as old as you is.
I am.
Well, I am. I'm only 38. You weigh past 50. Let's talk about that and that big fat belly you got, Joe. You talk a whole lot of brag, but ain't nothing big about you but your voice. Hell, pull down your britches and it look like you hit the change of life.
You ain't lying. I'd rather be shot dead than to hear that about my own self.
Daddy, what you say to me?
Something fell off the shelf inside of her.
It was Joe.
Tumbled down and shattered.
The doctor said I'm about to die. I guess you come and watch.
Maybe I ain't been such a good wife, Joe. But me and you done been together for 20 years, and you don't know me half at all. I've changed, Joe. I'm not that same girl who ran off down that road with you. It's just that my own feelings had to be squeezed out of me to make room for yours.
He took his last breath and said,
Hope that thunder and lightning heal you.
Joe? Oh, Joe.
along with the sadness of Joe's passing, Jane was feeling something else. She felt
Free.
There's a new day coming. Everything's gonna be turning over. Everything's gonna be turning over. Where you gonna be standing when it comes?
She took off her headscarf, her black dress.
Put on the sundress.
Let her hair down. Smile.
And
Enjoy her
freedom.
Joe's been dead for nearly a year now. I know Amos Hicks has a crush on me, but shoot, I ain't thinking about no Amos Hicks. I'm too busy enjoying my freedom. Besides, the morning shouldn't last 1 second longer than a grief do. It's just that I want it to be love. Really love. I just felt like I was always chasing love.
And coming up empty-handed.
afternoon.
Good afternoon. Can I get you something?
How about a cold drink?
All right. My name's Jamie. What's yours?
Well, my mama named me Virgil Woods, but most everybody call me TK.
TK, huh? You think you sweet.
Well, why don't you try me and see? All right now, Miss Jane.
Well, I guess I better head home and put these old bones to bed.
Girl, you ain't old in no kind of way.
Janie didn't realize how long it had been since she was just able to talk.
Real pretty.
Too glad I feel old.
Dance with me then, old woman.
Old woman.
Too glad.
Woman, you a drug and don't even know it. Glad to
that you're real popular, ain't you?
To question?
I do all right if that's what you mean.
Well, sitting here talking to you, that made me tired.
Your heart done left him and went somewhere else.
Well, my heart is shouldn't make no difference to you. I ain't one of your lady friends.
To challenge?
So ain't none of my lady friends. Cause I ain't got but one. What I'm saying is, you sorta got me at your mercy.
Boy, I'm nearly 12 years older than you.
I thought about all that. You know, tried to make some sense of it, but the thought of my youngest don't satisfy me like your presence does.
Well, that makes a whole heap of a difference to most ones.
Jane, thing like that got everything to do with convenience. It don't got nothing to do with love.
Love? What you know about love? These ain't nothing but your nighttime thoughts. So good night, Mr. Virgil Woods.
Night, Miss Jane.
Janie didn't realize how long it had been since she was just able.
To be?
What the hell I need with some young fool for anyway?
Early in the morning, there came a soft knock at the door.
Did I wake you?
No,
She hadn't gotten any sleep last night.
kinda early. You look pretty tired.
You ready?
I am. But I came to tell you my daytime thoughts, seeing as how you didn't like my nighttime. I thought you needed telling and showing. So that's what I'm doing. I was on my way to work and somehow ended up here.
And so, a new pattern began.
Each morning, TK brought Janie fruits and love.
And each evening, he brought her adventure.
And more love.
They go fishing every Tuesday. TK walks Miss Starks home at night, but don't walk himself home until the morning.
Some kind of morning she doing.
Go to hell!
What you say, honey?
I said good evening.
Man, Joe Starks must be turning over his grave. Janie could have a perfect man like me, but she out there running around with T-Biscuit.
I still don't know if this is me, but I do know that each day that I spend with TK, I find out a little bit more about who I am.
Jane, I'm gonna take you to someplace special so we can have the life we always wanted.
The Everglades.
Come on, Janie.
Everyone calls it the month.
People come to the mud during picnic season, looking for work.
It's beautiful and wild.
With all kinds of people.
Wild people.
Looking to change their lives.
It took nearly a week to make it to the Everglades.
I feel like I've been looking for this place my whole life.
All folks were here.
Janie, I made up my mind to never let you see no communism. I want to win the world for you, girl. I don't want to drag you down in no kind of way. I love you, Janie.
You can't drag me down, TK. All you got to give me is yourself, that's it. And we don't need no money. I got plenty of money in the bank.
No. Your money's gonna stay in the bank. If I don't got nothing, you don't got nothing.
Well, that's all right with me.
What's wrong?
Hurricanes coming. The sky began to get darker and darker around TK and Janie. The wind talked louder and louder.
Come on, Janie, let's get in the house.
That dog would have tore me to pieces if it wasn't for you, TK.
You don't gotta say if it was for me, Jamie. Cause I'm gonna always be here.
The water had gone back between its banks, leaving the lake calm and peaceful. Ross came back and pitched in, trying to make things right again. All the while, TK rested. He said he was tired.
I brought you a glass of water. What's wrong?
The water's got something wrong with it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that water, TK.
He couldn't eat or drink a thing. Everyone knew there was something wrong. So Jamie called the doctor right away, and he examined TK.
I wish I would have gotten to him sooner. That dog that bit him gave him rabies.
Rabies!
He's liable to bite somebody, especially you. You cannot sleep in the same bed as him.
No, doctor. You don't know about TK.
I'm sorry. There's nothing more I can do.
We're gonna get you well, TK.
Good. Lay with me.
All right.
Jamie chose TK.
Cause you and me, we got things to do, okay? Ever since the first time I saw you in your shop, let me put my finger on what it is about you.
I'm just an old cow who would nobody want but you, TK.
It's like you spend all your old days with somebody else. Say none of your days with me. Every time I see you always found up like they pretty. I tell them you ain't seen my shame.
You keep saying stuff like that. And I just might have to believe you. What's wrong?
Something got after me.
TK, come on and lay back down.
No!
Oh. What?
A gun?
Under the pillow?
Fully loaded?
I gotta get these bullets out of here.
One out.
Janie!
Second bullet out.
Janie!
Third bullet out.
Janie, what you doing in here?
I'm not doing nothing,
You
TK.
lying.
No,
You sick of doing for me, ain't you?
of course not, TK.
You said you was gonna run off and find somebody else, weren't you? Don't lie to me.
One.
It's just a sickness, that's all, TK. It's got a hold of your mind and you can't think straight. It's just a sickness, that's all.
I saw you with him. Don't touch me.
Fight it, baby, fight it. Because if you don't fight it, they're going to tie you down. And I'm not going to let them tie you down, TK. Ah! Now you put that gun down, TK. It's me, Janie. Can you see me, TK? It's Janie, and I know you love me. You put that gun down.
Jamie chose Jamie.
TK always gonna be alive. As long as I'm thinking, feeling and breathing. I feel like I grew 10 feet high and all I did was find out about living for myself.
Now love is like the sea. It's a moving thing, and it's different on every shore.
Janie, what you doing, girl?
I'm watching God.